Thanks for joining me again for a little walk and talk here on Romblon Island. Looking for coconuts at Eill Beach. This is one of the less visited beaches, and there's people gathering seashells for fish bait or for lunch to, I guess, give some more flavor to their rice. There's a lot of fishing boats along here. Some are under repair. I like to check out the boats because I plan on building one very similar, except I want to outfit it with a sail, something that's essentially died out, almost virtually non-existent anymore. 25 years ago, and as far back as anyone could remember, everyone had sails. They call them layag. The sail is called layag, and the small sailboats were called lip-lip. And really just like a memory for most people, and for young people, they've never even seen sailboats. Not of the native variety. This is something I'd really like to be a part of reviving here on the island. So along this beach, there's a lot of abandoned old places, and every place has a story. I mean, this was somebody's house. Families lived here. I mean, kind of ghostly in that way. So, kind of depressing. It's an amazing place, and all these just busted up shitty old places, and this whole stretch of beach could just be thriving on both sides of the road if it was built up. It could be like a Boracay or like a Siargao, or, we don't have surfing here. This beach is just down from the famous Bon Bon Beach. So between Bon Bon and town, there's just so much potential here. Guess I'm thinking like a capitalist. I could just think to myself, just talk in my head. What would I say?
So much for paradise. When the family breaks apart and your dreams fall apart and everything you thought you were working towards and living towards falls apart. When you're just left with yourself. It wasn't supposed to be that way. That wasn't the plan. The fact is, life goes on. For the living. And I prefer to not be the living dead. I want to make the best that I can of my life, the time that I have. I have no regrets for making my family, for loving my children.
Even though they all left. There were some marble cutting plants, processing facilities along this stretch of road. This house is virtually all made of marble. At least it's got a lot of marble tiles and a lot of details in marble, even marble tables still sitting there. It belonged to a wealthy family. They moved away. People passed away. Now it's a ruin. If nobody's left to remember, it's almost as if it never happened. It's kind of crazy that a place left to fall apart like this is on such a beautiful stretch of beach. But when taxes are non-existent for the most part, families can just sit on properties forever. And then no one will develop it. Nature will slowly take it back. This place has seen a lot of storms. Just shows if you don't maintain your roof, well, this is what happens. Imagine all the good times that were probably spent on this patio, looking out at the sea. Well, it wasn't my life. Somebody else's. And even the carvers that made these tables, probably not around anymore. These are some designs that you don't normally see. Every carver has his own style. Heck, I'd clean this place up and make some kind of bar out of it. I'm sure a lot of people have had that idea. Including drug addicts. Not a bad place for a drug addict. That's why I'm not going upstairs. Time to move on. Kind of depressing, isn't it? This place is so beautiful. It never gets old. This is what it looks like overlooking that beach. Romblon Bay. God's country. I was looking for some coconuts. That's why I brought my backpack. They're pretty well picked over here. I usually don't come here looking for coconuts. It's the low tide, as you can see. Look at all these little marble pieces on this marble wall. Marble doesn't age very well out in the weather. Gets kind of dirty and faded looking. See no evil, hear no evil. Life is what you make of it. Here, just like any other place. At least it's beautiful here every day. If I spend too much time on land, I really feel like I just want to get out in the water. And it's such a great feeling to be out there. One with nature. I'd walk barefoot here, but I think there could be some broken glass. This was just sort of a walk and talk, walk and think short video. Just looking for coconuts. And visiting a place that I had before when my children were here. Seeing the broken homes kind of reminds me of my broken family. But at least now I have a beautiful woman at home and a beautiful, healthy baby. So I consider myself blessed. Absolutely blessed. Thank you, Lord. For my children out there, I love you and I miss you very much.